to my YouTube channel. Okay, today we are looking at the Creditors Reconciliation. The question paper is November 2022. Okay, 2020 bracket 2. Okay, so here let's look at the information that we are given. Ekasi Traders buys goods on credit from Tembeka suppliers, to mean that Tembeka suppliers are creditors to Ekasi Traders. Okay, requirements. Use the table provided to indicate the changes in the creditors ledger, the creditors reconciliation statement on 30 April 2021. Okay, let's go on to the tables that is given. We've got the creditors ledger and then we've got the statement of account from Tembeka suppliers. Okay, let's go on to see errors, omissions, and other information. Invoice 289 was incorrectly reflected in the account of Tembeka suppliers in the creditors ledger. These goods were purchased from Tami suppliers. Okay, this creditors ledger is for Tembeka suppliers, but we have got 49,100 which belongs to Tami suppliers. So we need to get rid of it. We have to remove it from here. And then, of course, it will be recorded in the books of Tami suppliers. I hope you have understood that part. Okay, when I start to record here, when you start to record on the template or on the answer book that you are given, the first amount that you start with is the balance at the end. The balance at the end for the creditors ledger, also the balance at the end from the statement of account. Okay, we start by recording that 157,400 and 117,200. Okay, these are the balances. Okay, the 49,100 we are adjusting it here in the creditors ledger. Remember, I said we do not need it because it's creditors ledger account of Tembeka suppliers. The 49,100 is actually for Tami supplies. It's for another creditor, another supplier. So we are removing it by saying minus 49,100. Let's move on to B. Okay, credit note 791 was recorded incorrectly on the statement of account. This relates to the correct entry for the debit note 702 in the creditors ledger. Okay, this is credit note 791, 13,100. If we go to debit note 702 is 10,300, which is the correct amount. So here they recorded a bigger figure. Okay, we have to find out the difference between these two amounts. Remember the effect of when you see a debit note or a credit note, it means they were allowances that were made, which are supposed to reduce, is it? Whatever that is due to Tembeka suppliers from Ekasi traders is supposed to be reduced by 10,300. But the books here have indicated that by 13,100. So how do we correct this? We need to add back the difference. We need to add back the difference because what they subtracted is more. They were supposed to subtract less. Okay, let's do that calculation. That adjustment is going to take place on the statement of account from Tembeka suppliers. B, we are going to say 13,000 is 13,100 minus 10,000 and is 10,300 minus 10,300. It will give us 2,800. So we are adding back 2,800 to correct that error. Okay, now let's move on to part C. Error number C. Invoice 395 on the statement of account was for goods ordered by Ekasi traders. Okay, this is an invoice. An invoice indicates that they purchased goods on credit, but it was not recorded in the creditors ledger. What do? Let's record it. Okay, so on C, we are simply recording the 12,500 for the invoice for the goods that were purchased on credit from Tembeka suppliers, which were not recorded in the creditors ledger. Now we are moving on to part D. Okay, Tembeka suppliers also purchased goods on credit from Tembeka traders. Okay, so in other words, Tembeka suppliers are also debtors to Ekasi traders. Okay, because they also bought some other things on credit from them. Ekasi traders has transferred the debit balance from the debtors ledger. Okay, the debtor Tembeka suppliers. So whatever that was being owed by Tembeka suppliers, they've just transferred it on the debit side of the Tembeka suppliers creditors ledger, to mean that they are reducing whatever that they are owing Tembeka suppliers by that amount which is being owed by Tembeka suppliers unto them. Okay, all right, so that amount, okay, it's actually going to reduce also it is also going to reduce the balance here on the statement. The 6,400 is also going to reduce what is actually being owed by Ekasi traders. So we are going to say minus 6,400 on the statement of account. It has to be reduced by that 6,400. Let's now move on to E. Okay, on E, the transaction on 24 April 2021 is for mercantile returned to Tembeka suppliers. Okay, let's go on to 24 credit note. Okay, 9,700. This is a credit note. Okay, fine. And then when you look at it here, okay, it's a debit note, 9,700. It has actually been recorded on the wrong side. A credit note, we record it on the debit. We are supposed to record allowances on the debit side to show that, okay, fine, this account is supposed to be reduced. So we need to correct this error. Okay, this is what happened. Let me just explain what happened. These are our creditors. Okay, credit side and then debit side. Okay, so these allowances were supposed to be recorded on the debit side, but they were recorded on the credit side like this. 9,700 on the credit side, which is the wrong side. Recording 9,700 on the credit side, we are increasing the creditors. But what we're actually supposed to do is to decrease these creditors. Then we can, maybe somebody can now just say, then let's just record 9,700 on the right side. Doing this when there's already 9,700 here, this will cancel itself off. We remain with 0. So what do we do then? We record it twice. Okay, so that by the end, we remain with 9,700 on this side, on the debit side. So in other words, you are supposed to record double the amount on the debit side, which is 19,400. Or you can record 9,700, 9,700 to show that we are going to reduce on the debit side twice. Okay, the creditors. Okay, I'll show it like this. Minus 9,700 minus 9,700. Or you can say minus 19,400. Okay, that is how we correct that particular error there where a wrong side was used. Okay, the last transaction that we have is the statement. They are saying the statement of account reflects transactions up to 25 April 2021. Okay, let's look at the information that we are given. We are still given a transaction here on the 31st, check and discount. It was not recorded here on the statement of account. Okay, so the check and discount, we know that a check and discount is indicating a payment which was made by Ekasi traders. They are paying whatever they owe Tembeka suppliers. That is why it is appearing on the debit side. This check and discount is not appearing on the statement of account. So what are we supposed to do? We have to make it appear, showing that it is decreasing whatever that they were being owed by Ekasi traders. Okay, whatever Tembeka suppliers was being owed by Ekasi traders, it is going to be decreased by 92,600. So we are going to decrease the statement of account by 92,000. It's 92,600. Okay, that is all. We have dealt with all the errors from A up to F. And by the end of the day, our creditors ledger and our statement of account are supposed to reconcile. They are supposed to balance. Okay, let's calculate and see if that is true. Okay, if we say 157,400 plus 2,800 minus 6,400 minus 92,600, how much are we going to get? We'll get something like 61,200. We do the same thing on the creditors ledger. 117,200 minus 49,100 plus 12,500 minus 9,700 minus 9,700. We are going to get also 61,200. And then once you are here, it means all is well. You have done well. Of course, the creditors ledger has now been reconciled to the statement of account from Tembeka traders, Tembeka suppliers. Okay, this is our creditors reconciliation. Okay, I hope you have fully understood me, and please do not forget to like this video. Those who have not subscribed, please subscribe, hit the notification button so that whenever we send any new information, you'll be first to know. Okay, also, if there's anything that you would want to say, the comment section is there for you. Just leave something, we'll respond unto you. Thank you.